Hey Truth Seekers, welcome back. My name's Mandy. You probably already know, but for those who don't, that's my name. And I'm back with another video on the Delphi Deep Dive. And this is going to be a follow-up video to Brad Holder video that I did, because I was doing some research and found out that he was part of a group called the Vinlanders, and I believe that is what, think of it like I'm assuming, okay, this is an assumption based on what I read, that it's almost like, think of it as a coven, think of it as a group of people who practice Norse paganry, and they call themselves the Vinlanders. So I just want to explore that and see what comes up, and then I do have a couple questions after we look into the Vinlanders. All right. We'll be doing Tarot, Whispers of the Unsolved, Oracle deck, and the tokens. Okay. Let me just program the cards. Describe the group Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall were a part of, or are a part of, called the Vinlanders. What are they about? What have they done? Are they still together? Whatever information Spirit can give about the Vinlanders, and yeah, anything that they can tell us about the Vinlanders and the Delphi crimes. Let's start out with 3 cards. Two of Cups. King of Swords, upright. Interesting. Knight of Cups. I asked for 3 cards, but we did get 4. And the Ace of Cups. Interesting. So, the Two of Cups, typically, the Two of Cups can be symbolic of a romantic connection, okay? But it can also, if it's not talking about a romantic connection, it's talking about a partnership of mutual respect, okay? And the cup suit is emotions, and so there's deep feelings surrounding this group, okay? Okay, and the King of Swords is about authority, a leader, a leadership role, and authority over a tradition, okay? So this card would be representing, I guess, the founder of the Vinlanders, the one who has authority in that group. Now, the Knight of Cups is representing this is one of the slower knights. The slowest knight is the Pentacle Knight. But the next slowest would be the Cups. Knight of Cups is very charming energy, okay? Think of it like he would be the face of the organization. If that makes any sense at all. It does to me. I just hope it does to you. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So this is the inception. The first idea. So what this is telling me is that the Knight of Swords, or the King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups had some very deep feelings about creating a partnership, and this was they founded it. This is the founding. This is them. And they founded it. Okay. So, I believe that one of these is Patrick Westfall and one of these is Brad Holder. I'm just not sure who yet. Okay. Let's get a couple whispers for this. What can you tell us? Give us 3 or 4 cards that have to do with have to do with the inception of the Vinlanders. Okay, hired, as in whoever started this said to the next guy, okay, I think you would be good. Okay. Lies. Interesting. Paper trail. Did one pop out? Yes. Disposing of evidence. Oh my God, you hired somebody to lie and to dispose. This is the evidence. So I'm wondering, are they hired to dispose of evidence for people? Interesting. Okay. Please explain this row. Hired, lies, paper trail, and disposing of evidence. Please explain this row. Nine of Swords. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Wands. One more card. And the Star. So, Eight of the Apprentice. So there's a lot of anxiety surrounding this paper trail and lies. This card is representing the hard work and the skill development that one would need to be able to dispose of that evidence. And this card is referring to the person who does that. This is a very impulsive knight. This is representing a person, and they're very impulsive. This is the person that was hired. Now the Star usually is about hope and faith. Yeah, it's like this is the hope. This is the star that they pray to, that everything works out. What lies is this row referring to? What lies? And what evidence? The Seven of Pentacles. This is referring to past... I'm just trying to find the right word for it. Like, past illegal dealings that have given this person the experience to be able to pull this off. So this is representing, yeah, illegal activity. strength. Okay. Please start explaining the lies. Nine of Pentacles. This is luxury. This is like the being in the lap of luxury. Money. Resources. Power. And then we have the Five of Cups, which is like emotional loss, grief. So the past illegal dealings took a lot of strength to do. They weren't like petty things. It invoked a lot of bad energy. It invoked a lot of nightmares and fear, anxiety, not dealing with good energy at all. And that has given them money, status in themselves, like, oh, wait. Yes, they do get paid well. You can't really see that, though, on the outside looking at them. But it's people, the people they're helping are high rollers. The people that hired them they're people with money and power. And I think that's how this trial of Richard Allen was able to turn out the way it did, because there was people that were in power that could control that, in my opinion, allegedly. Did I say that everything in this video is all alleged, in my opinion, based on the energy of the cards? I don't think I said that yet, so I'm saying it now, 20 minutes in. And yeah, all of this caused a lot of grief and loss because people didn't get the help they needed. Okay. Let's get some whispers on that. Yeah. Abusing the system. Down the rabbit hole. This is so much larger than anybody realizes. DNA. Interesting. I just picked a card randomly, and it's fire. Then I look over, and I see this card, disposing of evidence, with fire. And then DNA came out before that. That's what it is. The evidence was DNA, and they destroyed it with fire. Is this regarding the Delphi, like, girls? Or is this something else? Social media. Organized crime. Medical emergency. So, the Vinlanders were in my opinion, the Vinlanders as a group removed a lot of evidence, at least DNA evidence, things that had DNA on them at the crime scene. And they destroyed it with fire. Allegedly. Was it the Vinlanders that did these crimes, or just helped clean it up? Got the Four of Swords, which is like rest, recuperation, that kind of thing. That's telling me that they didn't have an active role in the murders, but they destroyed evidence. That's not to say that Patrick Westfall and Brad Holder didn't participate in the crimes. They could have, but what I'm saying is the group, the Vinlanders, together as an entity, in my opinion, they were responsible for, they were hired to get rid of evidence. Okay. Let me clean these cards up, and we'll ask some more questions. What's my next question? So, I heard that Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall had a falling out. And I'm very curious as to what they fell out over. So, let's focus on that right now. What did Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall fall out over? What did Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall fall out over? Interesting. King of Pentacles. And on the card it says, the man who has everything. And we have the Lovers. Love is grand, but it always leads to trouble. Okay? So that's interesting. And the third card is the Empress. So there's the female element. She has everything a woman needs in abundance. And she's at one with the forces of the mystical realm of the universe. Change that to she's at one with the forces of the Norse gods. So, this is telling me that they fell out over a woman. Plain and simple. Let's get some tokens. We got a black Halloween cat. Give me a token for the King of Pentacles. We've got a wheel from a ship. And give me a token for the Empress. For some reason I have two. We've got a phone ringing and a devil's face. Okay. And just so you guys know, I don't look at when I choose a token. I look away. So I didn't intentionally choose that. Where's my little booklet? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, Lord. Okay. Start with the King of Pentacles. Number 10. Positive change or a turn of fate and destiny. So, a positive change that was in the cards for the King of Pentacles. Okay. The cat. 132. Mystery and magic is what it stands for. Good or bad luck, which is interesting because the King of Pentacles, that was a positive change. That was fate or destiny. Superstition and anarchy is also what that means. Okay, and then the Empress. Telephone ringing is 32. Someone wants to tell you something. An incoming message. Okay. And then 15 is the Devil. And it means lower nature, so lower vibrational things, so like animalistic behavior, addiction, desperateness, temptation. Did I already say that? And then it can also mean trappings of the material world. So what this is telling me is that the King of Pentacles ended up with another person's lover. And I'm assuming, because we're talking about Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall, that it has to do with them. In my opinion. Based on the cards. Allegedly. Interesting. Let's just see what we get with the whispers. See what pops up. Okay, give me a couple cards that have to do with the suit, the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Empress, and the tokens. Manipulation, gaslighting, control. So that has to do with the Devil energy. Manipulation is definitely part of that lower nature vibe. At a crossroads. So that put their friendship at a crossroads. Confession, making a deal. Confession, making a deal. Let's get a token for that. I got two. We have an anchor. Sorry, I'm getting another token. An anchor and a seashell. I took another token because I got a horoscope. I got the Leo sign, and I'll just keep that in the back of my head, but I needed a different token, so. Alright. So, an anchor, number 114. Symbolic of safety, hope, strength, and security. So that would lead me to feel like that is referring to the King of Pentacles, because he has everything, right? $62. Baptism, and this 62 is the seashell, and it means baptism, fertility, love, and a pearl created from strife. So this is telling me a pearl created from strife. That this woman, who I'm viewing as the pearl, okay, was in a bad situation, hence the strife, and that is how the King of Pentacles got her. It was fair, and that's why it was destiny for him to get her, because it wasn't him stealing her, it wasn't him. Well, maybe there was a little bit of I'm not sure who the devil energy is referring to, if that's referring to the King of Pentacles or the other person, but whoever this Empress was with before was not a good situation for her. That's why she went to the King of Pentacles, because it was. And he confessed to that, I guess, to the other guy. Like, hey, you know, it is what it is, dude. But that put them at a crossroads. Now, because this cat is meaning magic, I wouldn't be surprised if the King of Pentacles did a bit of a spell, a love spell, to help influence the energy. And that would be what this card is referring to, because he had some control over it, because he did the ritual. Okay. Now, the detective, Tony Leggett, there was a lot of things pointing to Brad and Patrick Westfall in the very early days of the investigation, but Tony Leggett glossed over them completely. They had more connections to this crime than Richard Allen did at all. Like, anyway, why? Why did Tony Leggett gloss over that when any other investigation would have not done that? Right? Why? Is Tony Leggett part of them? Why? Why did Tony Leggett Justice in reverse? And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. That is a message of injustice right there. The Page being the messenger, and the Justice being reversed. Why did he want to reverse justice? Interesting. We have the Knight of Swords here. Remember, this card has been coming up practically in every reading. Is Tony Liggett the Knight of Swords? Allegedly my opinion. Drive to succeed, a quick thinker, and he's ambitious. Interesting. Why did Tony Liggett gloss over those two suspects? Why? Okay, so we have Judgment. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords, and this is about deception and betrayal and pretense. And then we have Death. And then we have the Three of Cups. In my opinion, allegedly my opinion, based on the energy of the cards, he needed to use his judgment. He's a quick thinker. This is him needing to lie, needing to not do his job as a law enforcement investigator. So lying about the deaths because they're all in it together. Allegedly, my opinion. The Three of Cups is collaboration. And, like, not collaboration as far as, like, work colleague. That would be the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Cups is camaraderie. Boys Club. In this case. All right, let's get some whispers and see if the whispers can confirm what I just said. Caregiver, medical staff. So, okay. Hidden missing key. Okay. Female. Flight and air travel. These cards aren't really making sense. I'm sorry, but they're not. I don't think I was supposed to pull any more cards because they're not making sense. And sometimes if So what sometimes happens is, let's say I ask a question, I get my answer, but I don't see it as the answer, and I keep going, the cards won't make sense, because at that point, the cards are just coming out without without being directed, without having a purpose, and so they won't make sense. So let me actually just say, ask something, and then give me one card. No, give me two cards that have to do with Tony Liggett's role in all of this. Man-made disaster, avoidable. Child. They were kids, right? They were young people. And there's two people in the picture. Revenge. Revenge. Please explain the revenge card. Please explain the revenge card. Six of Pentacles. Charity, helping one another, helping somebody when they're in need. And then we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, the Page of Cups. This is a message of innocence. Was helping somebody's agenda. I'm going to have to think more on this because I'm going to have to do a little bit more research into Tony Liggett, because the child cards, the revenge part, I'm not understanding. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold off on this and work on it and then come back to it. But that is it, I believe, for my follow-up questions for this video. Yeah. And, but stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing another one right after this about Kelsey German. So stay tuned for that. Oh, if you enjoyed this video and you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing that. It doesn't cost you anything. It's really good. It spreads really good vibes, makes my day, and it helps my videos reach those who would enjoy them. So if you want to play a little bit of role of spreading some cheer, please do so. If you like this video and you want to see more, give it a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. See ya.